Hello, and welcome to episode 14 of Embracing Mastery, the podcast where I hope to offer inspiration based on my own journey of transformation to anyone who would like to become empowered and sovereign. Today's episode is based on my post titled, An Evolution in Consciousness is Upon Us, Why We Must Heed the Call and Expand. The Time is Now. Does the idea of finding a more conscious way of navigating the corporate landscape leave you befuddled and uninspired? Do you say to yourself, sure, I can align my business model with higher ideals, but I would lose my client base and anger my investors? What if I were to tell you that technological change is here that will facilitate this process? And what if I were to say that you have more power than you realize to elevate the corporate landscape towards a more mature and evolved perspective? What if our future depends upon the shift in thinking? Incremental innovation has been the standard operating procedure. For the last 50 years, innovation, while extraordinary in many ways, has followed more of an iterative path. For example, over the years, the auto industry has provided us with incremental advances to performance, technology, and styling of the newest model, but not really anything paradigm-shattering. You can also observe this trend in healthcare, where life-saving drugs and surgeries have provided us much-needed answers for serious diseases. But again, the innovation can be likened to great steps forward rather than extraordinary leaps ahead. Now, however, we are on the cusp of taking innovation beyond the incremental level to a massive leap. I know that this may sound like a hyperbole, but I promise you that it isn't. Science is getting its groove on. Science has bridged the chasm between the quantum material that fills our universe and infinity. We now have a continuum and the math to prove its existence, which bridges the quantum to the infinite. We now have the unified field. What does that mean to physics and the potential for technological advancement beyond the next step? It means that we no longer need to spend billions of dollars building larger and larger accelerators to collide atoms in search of the smallest particle or the God particle. Instead, we can look to this field to solve the most dire challenges we have as a society, such as war, famine, disease, pollution, fossil fuel dependency, and innovation itself. We now have the ability to understand the patterning of the fabric of the universe, the keys to creation, and that could be, well, pretty useful. Not just potential, it's happening. The innovation in the pipeline, which is about to transform our world, is a subject too vast for one discussion. But let me give you two areas where I see some really exciting impact going forward. Healthcare and pharmaceuticals. We will begin to see migration away from an often lifetime dependency on drugs towards, for example, things such as healing beds, which access resonance and vibration to bring homeostasis back to the organ, body part, or biological system. The technology currently in development will be reprogrammed with an algorithm based upon sacred geometrical structures and heal the body through quantum entanglement. Energy, a move towards free energy. This is an area of an explosive change given its potential impact. Prototype design and development utilizing the infinite energy in the vacuum of space is already well underway, and commercial deployment is a near-term reality. Nassim Haramein and the Resonance Science Foundation have formed a specialized research and development company called Taurus Tech. Its purpose is to evolve the development of technology, build prototypes, and partner with manufacturing firms to access the field of vacuum energy. The obvious implications of these are freeing ourselves from fossil fuel dependency, taking war off the table to protect oil interests, dramatic reduction in environmental pollution, and a healthier world, which are in and of themselves extraordinary. A less obvious byproduct is the vast cash flow made available in these two industries alone. Revenue data indicates pharmaceutical companies brought in over $1 trillion in 2014. If you consider the private and public savings for both industries, this could free up capital well into the trillions. And just to clarify, I do mean trillions with a T. That's change. And in a global economic climate that is leveraged beyond its capacity to finance its current debt facilities, well, that kind of free cash flow matters. This freeing up of capital could also ease the intense competitive landscape across industries as the piece of the pie becomes a whole lot bigger. Businesses could relax their vigilant eye on cost-cutting and refocus on initiatives that make a difference. The unified field is command central to initiate change. Our power to initiate change on an individual basis is centered in the fractal nature or the feedback loop of the quantum field. of which you are an integral part. The loop is continually delivering information to you, receiving your precise interpretation of your experience, and returning your unique energy signature back to the field. This compilation of data is referred to as the collective consciousness of humanity. Everything that you are, all that you believe, is contained within and contributes to this field. That said, the impact works according to scale. So, if one person is passionate about positive change, the impact is not as great as, say, 100 people. If 100 people decide that it's time to make something good happen, well, then we have some serious momentum. This is also why anyone who wants to see a better world created needs to stand up and be counted. Now is the time. To read this post or any of my other writing about the path of mastery, please go to www.angelsevolution.com or medium.com/@Jennifer Heflin. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, may the light shine in you, with you, and through you.